Good Thursday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Thursday. I'm your host for South Carolina weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going to your future. Looking at the radar right now, we do have some showers and thunderstorms. Actually, I'd rather say thunderstorms going on just to the south of Florence in Ridgeville, South Carolina, as well. We do have some thunderstorms in Ridgeville, South Carolina right now. Also, we do have some shower activity going on inside of just to the north and just to the south of Walterboro, South Carolina, as well as over here near Cottageville. And over here near places like Hanahan and Goose Creek, we do have some showers over there as well. As we push our way out and talk about the entire United States, you see that we do have some shower potential and some severe thunderstorm potential as well. You can see that we do have some severe weather that's going on inside of Minnesota. Minnesota under tornado watch. Well, was under one earlier. We do have a couple of tornadoes that touched down inside of Minnesota. Wisconsin is under a tornado watch right now, severe thunderstorm watch as well. Severe thunderstorm warnings here and there, and a severe thunderstorm watch that's going on in Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma as well. And we also do have some showers going on in California and Nevada as well. Showers and thunderstorms also going on inside North Carolina and Florida, as well as the deep south is looking pretty good. As we continue on and talk about our cloud cover, not really much except for just those showers and thunderstorms that are going through low country of South Carolina and the PD region of South Carolina right now. Those are causing cloud cover. Other than that, not really else much to talk about. Here's our cloud cover total percentage, and you can already see here that. Oh, okay. You can already see that the cloud cover is already kind of slimming out. Definitely less than it's been the past couple of days. As you go into tomorrow morning is going to be a pretty nice start. Maybe a couple of clouds out there, but other than that, the entire state is going to be a nice morning tomorrow, and it will probably be a nice start to your afternoon going into tomorrow as well. As you go on and load up our to our current temperatures, we have around 75 in Columbia, 75 inside of Charleston, 71 inside of Georgetown and Myrtle Beach, 73 inside of Florence, 75 in Sumter, 71 in Rock Hill, 73 inside Greenville, 75 inside Anderson, as well as 75 in Augusta. Here's our low temperatures for tonight: 67 inside of Columbia, as well as 67 inside of places like Orangeburg, Moncks Corner, Walterboro, 70 degrees in Hilton Head Island and Charleston, as well as 68 inside Myrtle Beach, 66 inside of Dillon, 66 in Florence and Sumter, 64 inside of Rock Hill, as well as 64 Greenville, Spartanburg, 65 inside of Anderson, South Carolina, and as well as 66 inside of Aiken and Barnwell. In terms of forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours, the only area that we are really watching for some rain is the Tri-County region, Dorchester, Berkeley, and Charleston counties. Moncks Corner can see around a good 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch. We're just talking about Ridgeville with some rain. Walterboro as well, with the potential for some rain as well. Myrtle Beach has a potential for some couple of showers, not really much, and just scattered showers all across the state, or all across the board state. Here's our SPC outlook for tonight. You can see not really much except for just the same old things that we've been watching for, just thunderstorms possible. As you go into tomorrow, nothing really much going for tomorrow. No thunderstorms expected at all. And as you go into our Saturday we do have a small risk for some thunderstorms, and that's up there in the upstate of South Carolina. Here's our excessive rainfall outlook. Nothing for today, nothing for tomorrow, nothing for Saturday, nothing for Sunday, and nothing for Monday. Before we go on and talk about that, let's talk about the future real quick. Just the short-term future. And then we'll talk with the tropics. We'll talk about the long-term, and then we'll talk with the audience after that. But here is our 9 o'clock. Well, this is what 9 o'clock could look like. Got it pretty much almost I'm not going to say perfect, but they didn't get it kind of to what it is now. You have some thunderstorms kind of up there. Instead of having it in Ridgeville, they had it in like up there in northern Berkeley County, which is not too far off. But by the time it gets to around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, these showers and thunderstorms are going to pretty much be gone. And as you get into our Friday, maybe the chance for isolated shower up there inside the upstate of South Carolina going to around 2, 3 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. But other than that, that's pretty much all. Not really too much of a threat for rain as you go through the next 48 or so hours. Let's talk about the tropics now. So here is the tropics right now. We do have 3 areas that we're watching for now. We have Disturbance 1, which is remnants of Gordon. Not really much to talk about here, except for some development is possible over the next couple of days. Only a 30% chance of forming. Disturbance 2 pretty much just says a low pressure located around 750 miles southeast of Bermuda has become a little bit more concentrated over the past several hours. Environmental conditions appear only marginally conducive, but some development of this system is possible while it meanders over the open waters of this central or subtropical Atlantic through the early next week. So only a 20% chance right now of this thing forming. And then as you get into Disturbance 3, only a 40% chance, but still not really a threat for the next 48 hours, but a 40% chance over the next 7 days. A broad area of low pressure could form by early next week over the northwestern Caribbean Sea. Thereafter, gradual development of this system is possible, and a tropical depression could form as the system moves slowly to the north or northwest over the northwestern Caribbean Sea and into the southern Gulf of Mexico through the middle part of next week. So only a 0% chance of forming over the next 2 days, 40% chance over the next 7 days. Let's go on and talk about the future real quick, because there's not really much in terms of like models. In terms of the tropics, I mean, there's a couple that's out there in the, like over in the other, over in the Western Pacific, but that's not really associated with us at all, so nothing really to talk about with that. So let's just go, we're just going to move over that, and we'll see what this model run of the 18Z has for this system that we're watching for. And as you push this forward, as we get through around the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, not really much. Even as we get through the 23rd, not much. 24th, showers, thunderstorms possible in northern South Carolina. The 25th, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. It's pretty much a line of some showers, some thunderstorms may try to move through the region September the 25th and the 26th. Going through there, and then we could potentially have to watch for some rain, some very heavy rain possible, especially for the low country and coastal PD regions of South Carolina, as we have a threat for this tropical storm down here near Florida that's going to make landfall in somewhere near the Tampa Bay region. If this does happen, this is now only 170 to 180 hours out now, so we are getting a bit closer, and we could have a hurricane that just might try to pass us just off to the south. Now, we do remember what happened with Debbie. We thought that Debbie was going to like go pretty much like not really do much in terms of it. We thought at first that it was going to curve off and not really impact us, but it ended up making a second landfall inside of South Carolina again. And the same thing with Hurricane Ian as well. A couple of years back, we thought that it was going to curve out and end up curving back into South Carolina. So, again, something that we're going to have to watch for here. But this is around September the 26th, September the 27th. I'd say the 27th, 28th is probably the timeline for that. And after the hurricane leaves us, or tropical storm or whatever it is, leaves us, it's actually going to be a pretty nice next couple of days. I mean, just we might get the cloud cover from it, and in the next couple of days, it's just going to be nice and sunny. High pressure will be over us. Going to get nice, fair weather until maybe around September the 30th, where we could potentially see some rain start to enter the region again. And then another high pressure takes over right after that, and everything else is a bit too far out to talk about. So that's pretty much that in terms of the future. So we're definitely going to have to watch out for that as we get through as we get through the next couple of days. And we're going to have to watch to see how it develops and how it does all of that as well. So let me go on. Okay, that says. Okay. So let's go on. Let's talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go on and check this out. Before we read that, we only have 6 likes and 11 people are in here watching. Let's go on and hit that like button if you have not already, so we can go on and get to our double-digit likes goal for tonight. So go on and hit that like button if you have not already. Mint Oliver says, good evening. Okay, day at my house, my light bill went down. That is great. That is great. Starting to cool down, obviously, as it's not been in the 90s or anything like that. So definitely a great thing. My Nana says, hello, Jay. Glad you had a good day. Thank you so much for commenting. Trail says, hi, Joseph. Hello. And then Mr. Oliver says, I am close to Ridgeville and I do not see any rain. Let me see real quick. Here it is. Here's this right here. Let's go to just the regular radar real quick. It's just to the west of Ridgeville right now. If you know, let me see if I just pull up. Let's see, we got just to the west of Highway 27 on Ridge Road is where this rain is happening. Thunderstorms is happening as pretty much just to the west of Ridgefield, just to the south of I-26 as well, over near Holly Ridge. Let's see, Russell Lake Landing and Mass Old Field Landing is where this thunderstorm just came from, as it is heading, seems to be moving down south right now. Seems to be getting closer to Cottageville and down there towards Jacksonboro, South Carolina. So that's what we're watching for there in terms of that thunderstorm, if you were wondering. So let's go on and talk about the rest of the comments real quick. She also said, my mom says, I just got home. It's sprinkling outside now. I did, speaking of sprinkling, I believe I did get some rain today at my house. Let's see. Yeah, around 800 of an inch. Not much, but something that at least accumulated. Tish said, hi, Joseph, hello. And then Mr. Oliver said, just had lightning. Yeah, you can probably see it. It probably is still lightning there now, but as it moves further down to your south, you should really just see the results, as there's not really going to be any more lightning anymore. And then my Aunt Cheryl says, good evening, my nephew. I'm so proud of you. I'm leaving Georgia to go to Miami early morning. Will it be all right? Are you leaving Georgia like early morning? Are you going to like Miami like early in the morning? Are you arriving or are you leaving early in the morning? We'll talk about that though in a second. Or actually, we'll talk about that right now as we get into this. But let's go on and move my way out. Let's move over here to Georgia real quick. Talk about your drive down there to Miami, leaving at 4 a.m. All right. Thank you for that. That can make this a whole bunch easier. Should take from going from there to there. That's like, I think that's around. I think that's around like, is that like 4 hours? 3 hours ish? I don't know how long it would take to get from Macon it to Miami, but 4 to 5 hours, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that, but moving our way down here might actually be longer than that, maybe like 8 hours. Okay, never mind. I was completely off on that. But continuing this forward, let's go to around 4 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, not really anything going on as you leave, and then as you continue through, this is around 11 o'clock in the morning. You'll probably be somewhere in Florida by then. Again, not really looking for much. And then as you get closer to around 3, 4 o'clock, showers and thunderstorms going on down near like Point St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, Fort Lauderdale as well, West Palm Beach. So definitely some shower and thunderstorm activity will be going on as you get closer to Miami, and it might be thunderstorming in Miami when you get there. So you're gonna have to watch out for that as you go into Miami. So yeah, that's your forecast for Macon all the way down towards Miami. Um, and then my cousin Thad says, "Hey, good evening, Joseph. Love you, man. Thank you so much for your message. Love you as well." As my aunt Cheryl says, "Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for that, for your comment. Happy to answer any types of questions or anything like that y'all have." And let's go on and talk about San Antonio. Let's go on and talk about Raleigh as well. And then we will be out of here for tonight. So here's San Antonio right here. Not really much going on as you get through the next 48 or so hours. Maybe some shower potential as you go into around tomorrow evening, around 9, 10 o'clock p.m. Even as you get to around 11 o'clock as well, maybe you have to watch out. But as you hit around 12 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, not really much going on there. As we talk about temperature wise, let's wait for the temperatures to load real quick. While we're doing that, let's check on the lights. Let's see how the lights are doing right now. Let's zoom my way out. Okay, we have 8 likes. Okay, we need 2 more people to hit the like button. That's 10 people are in here watching right now. Go on and hit it if you have not already, as we are trying to get to double digits for likes. So we'll see how we get tonight, how we do tonight. And also make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already. We're at 232 subscribers. We need 18 more to get to our goal of 250 by September 26th. We have 1 week, less than a week now, less than a week remaining. Well, actually, it ends at 11:59, so around a week remaining, a week and a couple hours or so as we end this off. So here is our low temperatures for tonight in San Antonio, around like 77. High temperatures tomorrow at around 95. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 74, 73. High temperatures going to around 90 to 91, 92-ish going into for your Saturday. As you move on over here towards Raleigh, North Carolina, let's move this on over here. As we talk about the temperatures as you go through tonight, not really much except for just the 66 as around your low, maybe 65. High temperatures tomorrow at around 78-ish, 79. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 65-ish. And then high temperatures going to around 78, 79, 80 as you go into your Saturday. In terms of rain, let's go on and check that out real quick as we wait for this thing right here to go on. As you push through tonight, not really much to talk about here. Even as you go into tomorrow as well. Maybe a couple of showers to your east as you go to around like the evening hours, but not really much to really discuss in terms of like rain. Let's go on and talk about severe weather for both locations. Here is, I can actually, nah, I'm not going to do that. Here is excessive rainfall as we go through to your Monday. We're going to work backwards. Nothing for Monday, nothing for Sunday, nothing for Saturday, nothing for Friday, and nothing for tonight as well. So you're good in terms of all of that. As you go on into our severe weather, usually no excessive rainfall, no threat for any type of severe weather, and not really much to say here as well for either location. So you're good in terms of that. One thing that I did forget to talk about is the drought monitor. The drought monitor has came out, and we have a new drought monitor to talk about for the state. So that's that. And you can see here that pretty much for the state of South Carolina, we do have a D2, which pretty much a D2 means that there is, think about it category-wise, think about categories for hurricanes, for example. You have the category 1, the category 2, category 3. Think of the none as just like regular calm. The D0 is kind of like, I'd say kind of like a tropical storm. D1 Category 1 hurricane, D2 Category 2, D3 Category 3, and D4 Category 4/5, but it's not a hurricane. Instead, it's in drought. So, Oconee County, Pickens County, Anderson, and Abbeville County does have a D2, meaning that you are in a severe drought right now. Definitely need to be having to water those plants outside, having irrigation outside. Might need to be running that as well. And other areas that are under drought are places like Lawrence County, Newberry County. These are D1. Saluda, Greenwood, McCormick, Edgefield, Aiken, Barnwell, Allendale, Northern Hampton, Northern Colleton, Northern Dorchester, the entire county of Orangeburg and Clarendon counties, Sumter, Richland, Calhoun, as well as Lexington, Newberry, and the southwestern Fairfax County, and some other ones as well, like western Williamsburg County, like the very tip right there. So the drought is expanding. The drought is indeed expanding. We'll see if that rain that we are watching for does verify as we get through next week, because next week, I believe, we will have a shot for some heavy rain as we are watching for development for next week. So make sure you have your hurricane plans in place as we get through this time. Also, if you didn't know or not, but Hurricane Hugo's 35-year anniversary. It's been 35 years, and it will be this weekend on Saturday. Saturday and Sunday would be Hurricane Hugo's, the Category 4 storm. It would be 35 years ago. So, if you have any sort of stories or anything like that you want to share from what maybe you experienced or anything like that, up to you completely. But that is happening this weekend. So that's pretty much that. Just wanted to let you know that just in case if you wanted to know. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for tonight. Also, just one more chat. Mr. Anthony does say, good evening, JP. Good evening to you. And that's pretty much all for tonight. So if we don't have any more comments or anything like that, I'll be here for around like the last 5 minutes, see if we have any sort of other questions or anything like that. But I think that's gonna about wrap it up for tonight. So we have 231 subscribers. I messed that up earlier, but 231. So we need 19 more subscribers to get to our goal of 250 by September 26th. So 19 subscribers in 7 days. It's definitely plausible. It's definitely possible. So make sure that you share, hit the like button, hit the share button as well. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday evening. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another forecast update. I might not be here tomorrow evening. And if I'll probably just be a little bit late tomorrow evening, so probably will not be right at 9 o'clock. So that's it. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday evening.